In part 2 of the health assessment, we moved from learning more about my health background into the actual assessment of my spine alignment. We started with me jumping on 2 scales, one scale for the left foot and one scale for the right foot.
So first I'm just going to have you stand 1 foot on each scale, just looking straight ahead. Just give it a couple seconds to stabilize. And if you step off from me real quick, you can actually see that you carry quite a bit of more weight on your right side.
Oh, you gotta come look at this. At a total weight of 174 pounds, it was easy to see that my left side was not pulling its fair share, leaving my right side to carry 106 pounds all by itself.
So what that's already telling us is there's some kind of imbalance inside your body.
That's a huge imbalance.
And you're really just leaning a lot more to your right. So imagine
I am right-handed though. I mean, is that part of it, that I'm just dominant on this side?
Most of us are dominant more than one side than the other, but again, our body is supposed to be in total balance. So of course,
I'm unbalanced,
if you're
everybody.
unbalanced, it's really going to definitely affect your health.
Okay.
So the next thing is, I want you to just go ahead and face straight, face me. Just keeping your legs straight. I just want to see how far you can bend down and touch. Okay.
Am I supposed to go to the?
As far as you can. If you can palm it, go ahead and try to
palm it. Come on now.
All right, I'm just checking your range of motion. So just from here, just lean back as far as you can. Okay, good. Just come back up from it. I'm gonna just have you tilt as far as you can. And the other side from you. So going one way, you could definitely go down a little further than the other way too. So next, I'm going to check the neck. I'm going to have you just go back as far as you can. And then come back down, tuck your chin down. Okay, come back to normal. And just rotate one way. As far as you can. And the other way. Good. And then ear to shoulder. And ear to the other shoulder. Good. So I just want to check your posture. So if you want to turn and face the camera, you can kind of see what I'm looking for. So first thing I check is the shoulders. So right now your left shoulder is slightly higher than your right shoulder.
That's because I'm always doing this, right?
Yeah. Got the gangster lean.
Yeah.
Next is checking your head position. So this is the sternum. This would be the middle of your body here. So if I run a straight line up, your nose should be on that line, but it's slightly shifted to the left. Coming from the side view, your ears, hips, shoulders, knees, ankles should all be one straight line. So if I go from the middle of your shoulder forward, that's where your ears should be.
Oh, my ears are in the wrong place.
Instead, your head is about an inch forward. So
it should be further back?
So every inch forward puts about an extra 10 pounds of pressure on this upper body part right here, on your upper shoulders, on your neck, because imagine holding a bowling ball, the further out you hold it.
Well, you just compared my head to a bowling ball.
We always said the human head is around the weight of a bowling ball, right?
Right.
But the further you hold it out, it's going to be heavier.
Right.
So the closer in, it's going to really take a lot of pressure off. So every time your neck goes forward a little further and further, it's going to create
Throw me
more
off
pressure.
balance. Okay, so when I cycle, I do notice that when I cycle, and I'm cycling for a really long time, I do start to feel uncomfortableness or tightness right up here, and I just figured it's because I'm holding a position that's probably not a natural position for very long.
That, and of course, making sure you're in the right posture is going to be really important while you're cycling, because it really does help improve your performance too, because
I'm going to get faster.
Depending on your posture really helps your body function a lot better too as well.
Awesome.
So the last thing I always check is of course your shoulders, and normal posture when your hands are to your side, thumb should be pointing straight forward, but when you can see your hands, they're basically like that. So that's telling me your shoulders are basically rounded forward. They really need to be back here.
But is that also a part of me just constantly being like this?
And if you notice, majority of postures today, because of computers, laptops, TVs, everybody's posture is starting to look like that.
Right.
But then what happens is by the time they get a lot older, like 60, 70, 80, that posture turns into this. And then that's why you see more and more people, they're going to be on the walkers and more, just horrible posture. So.
Having completed the posture and range of motion portion of the assessment, we moved to the spine check.
I'm just checking your hips. I'm not sure if you can see this foot is a little lower than the other. So right now her left leg is slightly shorter than her right leg.
Oh
so
my
that's telling me there's
gosh.
an imbalance in her pelvis. Just want to do a couple tests. So usually if it's like an anatomical short leg, like if your leg is naturally shorter than the other, your legs wouldn't change if I do a couple challenges. But just challenging your hips, it evens out. So there's telling me there's something going on in your hips that's not functioning correctly.
Then it was time for some x-rays, which would give a true look at the state of my spine. Okay, so I just had some x-rays done, and what is this going to tell you about me?
It's going to basically give us the positioning of your spine. That and from the exam findings, we'll be able to tell how your nervous system is really functioning and find different problem areas inside your spine. And based on your spine, we'll know how to adjust you and how to correct the spine.
Just during the exam, I don't know if you overheard any of that. It's enlightening just what I can learn about myself. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys discover, and then what paths what direction we take to move forward.
Sounds good.
Awesome. So now I hear we're not done though.
We're not done. So the next step is the other Dr. Ho. He's going to come in and take your blood, and we're going to send off to the labs, get a full analysis of your blood, and then from there we'll be able to have a whole package ready for you.
You'll know how strong I am, and also how my cells are working or maybe not working. Who's the slacker? Who's the kicker for the Texans inside of me, right?
There you go.
All right, perfect.